It's been a long season. I think, yeah, college racing is definitely different than high school. Like, high school, you know, like, I had a few big meets a year, but pretty much it was just like local meets, you know, in Maryland. And then having to just like travel every once in a while. But college is no joke. We're traveling a bunch, having multiple rounds at many of the meets that we do. So definitely takes a toll on me, but it also makes me feel more comfortable and confident when I get to step onto the line because I know I've done it so many times before.
How did you kind of channel how everything went down, you know, around the time of regionals and whatnot? Because like you've been a woman that's been so used to being in a rhythm, and you're kind of finding that peak to go to championships and whatnot. Like, was this time in between that is longer than usual for you around this time of year? Was that meaningful for you?
Yeah, I was definitely pretty bummed, you know, when I didn't make the team for like nationals in the 1500. But I think I also was like, you know, I probably wouldn't have said this right after the race, but after a few days of like reflection, I was like, you know, this is great. Like I can get in like good weeks of training, not having to like race multiple rounds in nationals. And also like I still don't regret doing the 15. Like as sucky as it was to not make it, like it definitely helped me with my strength. And I think like running those 2 back-to-back rounds at regionals like will help me for these rounds. So yeah, I'm happy that it happened, and I think I learned a lot from it.
Did you ever consider after regionals like ending your season, or was this you always going to run this meet?
No, USA's was always the goal. Like Coach Clark kept reminding me when I was like a little bummed, you know, after regionals, he was like, we've been training for nationals, for US nationals, not for NCAA nationals. So we were trying to just keep our eyes on like the big picture. And yeah, so I was always going to do this meet.
How did you feel about your run today?
I'm pretty happy. I didn't run the best tactically. I was like in lane 2 for probably longer than I should have been, and just like getting jostled around and stuff. But I'm happy with how I finished, and I knew I just had to be top 3. So yeah, pretty pleased.
I know Rasheen just announced she's got a New Balance deal, an NIL deal. Do you have anything in the works?
I do. Yeah, I'll be announcing soon.
Okay.
How does it feel being back in Hayward after last year winning the U20 meet here?
It's definitely different. You know, like last year for U20s, like so little people were signed up for the 800 that they switched it from 2 rounds to 1 round. So it was literally a straight final. There were like 5 of us maybe in the race. So definitely a very different vibe than this. But I think it like prepared me well, just like having more races at Hayward under my belt. And yeah, I always just love the crowd and the atmosphere here.
I noticed the blue and yellow on your spike. Is that like a Ukraine support?
No, it's just from the spike checks that I just haven't taken off.
Gotcha. If you make the final or make the team, do you have any plans to buy like a celebratory succulent?
Oh yes, definitely. I'm always wanting to buy more succulents. I don't need a reason to buy them, I just buy them, but that would be a good reason too.
And I know also your teammate Rasheen, you know, she mentioned she's kind of gone through some depressions here. It's been tough on her mentally sometimes. Like as a freshman at Stanford, you're surrounded by a lot of people at the top of the field, and not just running, but like a lot of different areas. Like how difficult is it going in when you are so accomplished, you're a high school record holder? Like how much pressure do you feel as an athlete in that situation?
Yeah, it's definitely pretty tough. Yeah, just going to a school that's like so high, like rigorous academics and stuff like that. Like it was hard just like going in general for the academics, but then like athletics on top of it. Like it's definitely hard. You know, both of us like came into college, you know, kind of being like the top dogs in like high school. So it was hard to kind of like transition that to like now we're on like a team of just the best of the best. But I'm so grateful for it. Like I'm pushed like every day in practice. Like they're all like whooping my butt and like dropping me on runs, and like honestly like I wouldn't have it any other way. Like I don't miss training alone in high school at all, and I'd take this over that any day.
Cool. And for this meet, like, do you have a goal?
Yeah, I mean, definitely just to make it to the final. At the trials, I think I was 10th, so I was like a few spots away from making it to the final. And I think I've grown a lot since then, just like maturity-wise and just like racing, although maybe today's race didn't show that, but I think tactically. So yeah, I think just to make it to the final would be awesome, and to even get a PR. I haven't PR'd in the 800 this year yet. Like my PR is still from U20s here last year, so yeah, a PR would be great.
Cool. Well, thank you for the time. Nice job today.